Welcome to She's in the Weeds.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Hollis.
We're best friends exploring the intersection of pop culture and the female experience.
Be sure to follow us on socials and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And if you love us, give us that 5-star review.
Nailed it?
I think it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, Weed Whackers.
Hey.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. I was about to be like, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. We're recording on Sunday.
Coming out Wednesday.
But we're coming at you on hump day, per
Ooh,
usual.
Your midweek break.
That's right.
Midweek treat, actually.
We hope so, anyway. We hope so. We have kind of a jam-packed episode for you today.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about. Before that, though, just right off the top, I do need to address something I said on this most recent episode, but the episode before, when we were talking about the ICE stuff and the shooting of Alex Preddy, and we had talked maybe the episode before that where we talked about Renee Good, and I was talking about how, you know, I had been frustrated and not agreeing with the things that were going on in this administration, but that, you know, those two particular incidences had really made me feel scared. And I just want to say that that's not lost on me, that that's a very privileged point of view to have. Obviously those two incidences, it was white people who were killed, and I'm fully aware that Black and brown people have been feeling fear from the government, law enforcement, not just during this administration, but literally since the inception of this country as we know it now. So, and I still said it. I know that, and I still said it. And, you know, obviously being a white person, I have that privilege. And so we're not always going to say the right thing, and that's going to come through. And it's been kind of an interesting journey with the podcast because, I think it's just one of those things, it feels like a duh, but it's also just something I think you don't really think about until you're doing it. It's like looking in a mirror. And had I said that just in passing in a conversation with somebody, I don't know that I would have ever thought about it again. You know what I mean? And it's also one of those things where it was true in the sense that the fear I was feeling was much more palpable than fear I had felt before. Because then you mentioned the insurrection and you said that, and I was like, oh yeah, I do. I remember feeling scared when that was going on. I remember feeling scared when he got elected again. But if I'm being completely honest, the fear was more palpable. It was different. And I'm sure that that's why. And, you know, it's not lost on me. But again, with the podcast, it's had I said that in just a conversation, I don't know that I would have necessarily clocked it. And going back and editing and listening, it's oh, wow. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
And we're both people who are very committed to personal growth and improvement. And that's been kind of an interesting advantage, I guess, of the podcast, is being able to reflect in a way that maybe we weren't able to before.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I just wanted to mention that listening back, I did catch it. And, you know, obviously we want this to be a safe place for our listeners, for anyone to come and listen and relate. And we're not always going to say the right thing, but hopefully we can acknowledge it when we do maybe say something that may come across not the way we intended it to. Mm-hmm. And I also think it's important to mention that what's going on with this administration and ICE is it affects all of us. It doesn't affect all of us in the exact same way, but it is a big enough thing that it was definitely something we felt compelled to talk about. And this is something that we talk about, you know, a lot off record when we're talking about our lived experiences as women. And, you know, human rights are intertwined with civil rights and equality and all of these things. So there are going to be things that come up that we talk about, but we are conscious of what we talk about. We do pick and choose certain things, and there are going to be things that we don't talk about simply for that reason, because we want to make sure that the conversations and the dialogue that we're having are constructive and productive, and that we're not just spewing some privileged point of view that's not helping anything and that no one needs to hear. But what's going on with ICE and all of that was definitely something we felt it was important to talk about. I think it's important now more than ever to use your voice and speak up. And I think this is a time in our country where it maybe would be good to allow ourselves and other people some grace when trying to talk about it, because people aren't always going to say the right thing, and they're not always going to speak up when you think they should speak up, and the messaging may not always be exactly what you think it should be, but I do think it's important, and that's why we chose to talk about that, and we will continue to kind of talk about that as it progresses. But you may hear us not talk about some things because of that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I'm sorry if anyone felt like, oh God.
Yeah, well, I feel like it is an important thing to note, and it's something I'd thought about too, just independently on my own, where I really had to like check my privilege. So I was like, because I was like, why does this feel different?
Right.
Why does this feel scary to me? And and I was like, I had to come to the sad conclusion that it's because those people look like me.
Right.
And so I could relate more,
Right.
where, it's not that I wasn't fearful when, a lot of those, in the last 5 years, a lot of those, high profile killings of Black and brown people in the street by law enforcement didn't. But it is true that like it feels different when the person looks like you. Yeah. And that is just a sad reality. I'm not proud of that, but like I couldn't try to like wish my way out of the fact that like,
yes.
Yeah, implicit bias is just something we all have and have to constantly work against.
Exactly.
And that it's sad and kind of pathetic that as humans, like that is something that internally operates within us. And that, I'm sure Black people are really upset right now, and rightfully so, that like, oh, okay, not that they don't think that those people shouldn't have been shot either,
right?
But like,
no, I know
the hypocrisy of it all. That
exactly.
Like it takes white people in the street being killed by law enforcement for
white people to start talking about it too. Yeah,
and for white people to feel like this, we can't stand for this, because there has been a reaction like this is insane.
Yes,
but it's always been insane.
It's always been insane.
Yeah. And it is. It's sad. That is the reality, and we have to have these reminders and just be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, I think so
progress
too.
Isn't made unless we just really can admit and confront the fact that is true, and we have to do better.
Yeah.
So, I think it's good to bring up so that people know that although we are white women and our perspective is going to be unfortunately colored by that a little bit. I think we both try really hard to work against that. Yeah,
absolutely. And again, like that, it's something that the podcast has provided an avenue to be able to, because again, I didn't hear the privilege in the moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then going back and listening, I was like giving myself the ick, like, oh God, so yeah. Anyway, so, sorry, guys. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Yeah. So anyway, we can move on. I just wanted to address that. It's not lost on me. It's not lost on us. And when we come to those realizations and those reflections, we're going to talk about it with each other, with you guys. And we're also open to constructive criticism. Yeah. If anyone clocks something that we don't, please let us know. I mean, we want this to be a safe space. We want this to be constructive and productive dialogue. That was the whole, once we kind of like found our niche and knew what kind of content we wanted to be putting out there, that's our main goal, is for it to be relatable and for it to be constructive and productive. Yeah. At least the more serious things that we talk about. Obviously, some of it is a little less substantial.
I think we went back and forth too about like, are we going to talk about any of those things?
Right.
Or should this just be a place where we're talking about lighthearted, fun things that have to do with culture. But like, if we're talking about culture, it's kind of hard to
Yes.
ignore. And especially when things this serious come up.
Exactly.
It's just like, I don't, what's going on with me? What's going on with me is like, we're dealing with all of this insanity happening.
Yeah.
you know? So.
For sure.
And it's hard and it's touchy and it's never going to be perfect because I don't think it can be.
No, it can't be. No one's a perfect person. No one is saying the right things all the time. We're all going to make mistakes. And yeah, I think we are very dedicated to growing as individuals and, being the best versions of ourselves and the best version of ourselves to offer to society as well. So, it's a work in progress. So, okay, we can move on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are a little worn out today because we had a big, exciting night Friday.
We had a big night at the gala.
We went to a gala. I'm on the board of My Sister's Closet, which is a nonprofit in town, and they had their fundraising gala on Friday.
Yes.
It was really fun.
It was a really
beautiful.
good time.
It was at the old Woolery Mill. They did a really nice job. It looked gorgeous, and we went out and had some fun for the cause.
Yeah, it was. It was a good time. They definitely stepped it up a notch this year from last year. They did buffet instead of a plated dinner, which I'm a big proponent of buffet at a big gathering.
Yeah.
Plated dinners are just a hard thing to pull off with a large crowd. It's
sure.
almost always cold. It just doesn't work as well. The table settings were really elevated this year. Yeah. It was a nice event. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. And they had an anonymous donor say if they met their $25,000 goal, they would match it. So I think they ended up meeting their goal and then some, which was great.
Nice.
They had some really nice client videos. And the videos are a nice reminder of like, these are just real people who need help and are getting the help they need. And it's a fantastic organization. My Sister's Closet. They do really profound work in getting women back into a self-sufficient economic state from a myriad of critical situations.
Yes.
Homelessness, poverty, incarceration, addiction. But then a lot of them are just coming from like, hey, I was married for a long time. I stayed home. I raised my kids.
Right.
My husband up and left. I can't get a job. It's a reminder how close we all are to one thing going wrong to being somebody who really needs help.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I think we're all just like, oh, people who need those type of services are just like way far gone. That'll never be me. But a lot of us are really close to that, you know, and we all need a little help sometimes. So they help an array of situations, and they do amazing work for the women in our county. So
yes, if you are local, and I know we talked about this on another episode probably, but it's definitely worth repeating. If you're local, their boutique is fabulous. Not enough people know about it. And
yeah, it's open to the public. Anyone can shop there. They also have an incredible formal wear section and this like really fun room where you can go, same bridal wear too.
Yeah.
Where you can go and try on. They have big mirrors and like it kind of feels special. It feels like feels like an experience.
Like a designer experience. Like it's like say yes to the dress.
Yeah. Yeah, and really great stuff at exceptional prices. Yeah, because everything's donated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check it out if you need to shop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, really quickly, just a quick housekeeping. I'm thinking it might be better for the audience if we let you know ahead of time what our Pop Culture Archive episodes are going to be, so that if you want to rewatch the movie or the show before we talk about it, that might be helpful. I think most of you have probably seen the movies and things that we're talking about, but it may have been a long time. And I was thinking about it with the last episode when we did Fast Times. It may have been helpful if you had an opportunity to rewatch it before we talk about it. So I think we're locked in for Center Stage for March. Mm-hmm. So if anyone wants to give that a rewatch, we're going to be breaking that one down and doing a Pop Culture Archives review of Center Stage. So
nice. Yeah.
Putting that out there.
I'm excited to rewatch it.
I am too. I haven't seen it forever.
I love it.
Oh God, so good. Okay. Olympics.
Yeah.
What do we got?
I've been watching it a little bit in the mornings because it's on. pretty normal Olympic stuff, except for the one guy. The best part has been the dude who won and then used his interview to apologize to his girlfriend who he cheated on.
I didn't see this. I need some context.
So what sport was he in? I can't even remember, but I didn't write anything down about it. But yeah, it was like he just won, and he's like still out there at his first interview. They're like, "Oh, how you feeling? Like, congratulations!" And he says a little bit, and then goes on like 6 months ago, I made the worst mistake of my life, and I cheated on my girlfriend who I dearly love. And he kind of went on and on about it, and then they were just like, "All right, thanks." So I don't know. I have yet to hear if she has responded, if like it worked.
Like, are they still together, or is he trying to get her back?
Yeah, like they broke up because she found out he cheated on her and decided to go national with it.
Global.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Global with it, and just tell the whole world that he's so sorry. I mean, I guess.
Well, if there was ever a gesture.
Last ditch attempt. I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
But hilarious. And just to like think back on your life when inevitably you're not together 20 years later and you look back at your Olympic moment.
And that's what you said?
What you said.
Oh my gosh, that's
like
funny.
You can never go back and rewatch that and be like, yes.
I know.
I won. You're like, oh, yeah.
And I said that.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, most of these people are very young, so
yeah, hilarious.
That's funny though. I'll have to look up the video. I haven't seen it. R.I.P. James Van Der Beek.
Yeah, Dawson. It's a
Too
sad
bad.
one.
Yeah, it was a sad one.
Also, like, I didn't realize how beloved he was by so many actors. I mean, people have been coming out with
just
like.
I didn't really either. Did you see the photograph?
Which one?
With him and Alfonso. I guess they've been pretty good friends for a long time. I didn't know they were like that good of friends.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And I mean, I guess they came up in the same like era, they had popular shows, I guess, around the same time. But yeah, it's interesting to see like the divide of people praising it and people saying that's something you should have kept private. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the photo is strange. I guess
it's a tough one. I guess
it's personal to me whether you want to share it or not. I guess it depends on like, did you ask his family, like, can I share this photo of him, like what looks to be on his deathbed?
Yeah.
To me, that's an odd thing to share on social media. Did it strike me as like, you shouldn't have done this? No, it wasn't like, I wasn't offended by it.
Right.
I don't think personally I would have put that photo up there.
Yeah.
Also because like, you can't get the consent of a dead person.
Yeah.
And that seems like personal to him.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And there was a lot of people, of course, talking about that aspect and saying based on their parasocial relationship with James Van Der Beek, they feel like he would have been approving of it. Yeah. Which you can't know any of that stuff.
But I've seen a couple photos like that. There's another one a woman posted where like he's on a chair like looking out into literally the sunset, and she's talking in the caption about like it's her last moment with him saying goodbye, and she's like looking up at him and he's gazing off into the sunset as if he's like,
yeah, it's
and
a
it
little
just strikes
odd.
me as so strange. Yeah, like, and I mean, I guess like whatever, it's your relationship.
Yeah,
you can grieve as you see fit. It's just it's a whole social media thing where it's like what is once a personal thing is now a very very social
right and
public thing, and it feels disingenuous, even though I'm sure what they're saying is not
right. And obviously their grief is their grief. I mean, that's a very real thing, and everybody grieves differently. But yeah, I feel like the only reason to take a picture is because you, as the friend, want to remember that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. I do think sharing it on a social media platform is a little odd. I guess I just don't really see who that's serving.
Yeah.
Is the only.
Yeah, and like maybe there were multiple photos he posted, like a carousel of photos. I don't know.
I don't know either if it was a standalone or what.
It was the one, but it's also like if you were posting a memorial to your friend, why would you want the last picture to be this one of like him dying, basically.
Right, because you see that all the time when somebody passes away, a friend posting, like you said, a carousel of photos, and it's usually times when they were together doing something and
like the best moments.
Exactly. And I understand sharing those and wanting to share those moments with other people.
Yeah.
And pictures that you would have maybe shared anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, the one, if it's like in a hospital bed, I don't know. That's a little,
like, I guess it's like, well, like, what do we have? You know, death is, we're
part
weird
of life,
about death
I know.
in America, I feel like. But also makes me wonder, like, yeah, what would James have done if you were like, hey, I know you're about to die, but can I just snap this picture really quick? And do you mind if I post it on social media after you die? You know, like how bizarro.
I know. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
either. I wasn't like, you shouldn't have done that. But I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Same. Exactly same.
I wouldn't have posted.
No.
And I would request.
Don't post pictures of me on my deathbed. Yes, thank you. Same. We're making that pact now. You may post a carousel of our highlight reel.
Yeah.
Please post our highlight reel and not one of me actually dead. Thank you. Okay. You said you have a couple circle backs. I have a quick circle back. So shall we get into the circle back segment?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a quick circle back to Fast Times, and I'm going to do a little research on this. I think we could do an episode on, even if my theory wasn't correct about how female friendships and male friendships and just really female and male characters are portrayed in like teen movies and kind of rom-com type movies. Even if my theory is incorrect, I still think it would be good to do an episode on that. Choose 3 movies and just kind of compare and contrast and like see what's coming up, you know? But when I was thinking about that and doing an episode about that, I did think about the fact that in Fast Times, Stacy and Linda are the only female characters. There are other male characters in the movie whose characters do not center around romantic relationships or the opposite sex. I mean, even Brad's character, sure, he has his little back and forth with his girlfriend, but his character focus is really kind of about his journey through the job and like kind of his future.
Yeah.
And then you have Spicoli, who his entire storyline has nothing to do with, you know, girls or romantic conquests. And then, I mean, if you want to count Mr. Hand, you have Mr. Hand. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that supports my theory a little bit. So I just wanted to point that out. And I think it would be fun to do an episode about that in particular.
Yeah, it's true. It's like women are one-dimensional characters often just based on sexuality.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that. I just have one circle back about Michelle Obama because, you know, we just talked about her. She was our pop culture queen of the month. And then lo and behold, she was in the news for a couple different reasons. One that tickled me was the new Melania documentary was coming out. So I saw a couple people post, hey, we're trying to get Michelle's documentary on Netflix up, like all-time numbers, like stream that, don't go see Melania. And it worked. It got like 13,000% increase in watch, and it was released like 5 years ago or something. I think Becoming is the name of the doc. So I just thought that was pretty hilarious. I mean, kind of a pointless thing to do, but still just like
a little
funny,
petty maybe, but funny
petty,
nonetheless.
But like also just funny the way that people come together on social media sometimes for pettiness. And you know, you gotta take the little.
You gotta take the little wins
W's
where you can. Absolutely.
Yeah. But then this dude comes out and posts that like ridiculous thing about the Obamas as monkeys, as apes.
That's just overt racism. It's insane. Like, I cannot believe that we have a president in office who is doing that.
Yeah. And
like, what?
He denies any culpability for it, of course, because it was a video that somebody else made in his camp that at the end this graphic was used. He was like, well, I didn't watch the whole video and blah blah blah. But it's just like, come on guy.
Yeah,
it was in there. We all know what that means. We all know what you're trying to say. And it was just so funny, the timing of it all, because we were just talking and thinking about, you know, how wonderful and positive of an influence she has, and
Right.
that it's just like, God, we have gotten nowhere.
I know you literally said in that episode, I don't know how you could have anything bad to say about Michelle Obama. It's like he heard us and was like,
Actually,
hold my beer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No. And just like what? I just kept thinking like, what does that make them feel?
Oh my
You
God.
know, when
well,
they see stuff
did you
like
see?
that.
I didn't watch it, but they released a response.
Did they? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I got a notification this morning. It was like a YouTube notification saying that they had responded, and I didn't have a chance to watch it yet. But
yeah, like I just wonder, do they see things like that and just, I mean, it has to hurt.
of course, but I
But, like,
doubt they're
wonder at
surprised.
this point if they're just like eye roll, like
I'm
my
sure.
God, like so used to it by now. I would imagine, even though you're used to it, you never really fully get over it, and it's
Right.
never not going to hurt.
No,
But like at what point, how desensitized do you become to things like that? Or are you just like, oh God, this again? It's just
it's unbelievable, really.
I
that,
know,
I mean,
we're
it
still-
really is unbelievable.
how much we've regressed. You know, it really felt like we were making progress, forward movement for a number of years, and now it just feels like we're just 15 light years behind where
I know.
we used to be.
I know.
You know, it's just sad.
It is. It is sad.
But anyways, this is a happy podcast, so
We're trying to make it one. So quick circle back to Justin and Blake.
okay,
Moving
cool.
on.
So on to the Epstein files.
So on to the Epstein files. I'm a full conspiracy theorist now. But so yes, circle back to Justin and Blake. And I had talked about this, I think this was 2 or 3 episodes ago now. Justin's team had filed that motion for a summary judgment. And I think when we were recording the episode, I said the hearing for the summary judgment was supposed to be like the next day, which it was. And there's still no ruling on that. I had no idea like how long they take to rule on those things. I thought it would be pretty quick. I mean, I don't see it being granted, but there's still been no ruling on that. However, they did have their settlement hearing. They, of course, did not reach a settlement. So I guess now we're just waiting for that ruling. And should it be denied, then, you know, it will move forward to trial. So
Nice.
I mean, I see it going to trial, so we'll definitely be keeping you posted as that story develops.
Cool.
Reporting live from She's in the Weeds. Okay. What else do we have? Okay. I want to get your take on this.
Okay.
I heard a statistic. Of course, there's not a lot of context. But this girl that I follow on TikTok, who's mostly like a fashion girly, she was hosting like a Galentine's dinner, and she said that women spend 85% more on Valentine's Day than men. And she just started talking about how that's such a testament to like female friendships and how women are really celebrating each other. And, you know, she was talking about this all in the context of her little Valentine's Day party. That's all well and good. I'm not saying she's wrong. But when she said the statistic, it really made me think more about a lot of the stuff that we talk about. And I was like, I think maybe it's because women are going out and buying an outfit and getting their eyebrows done and getting wax and getting a spray tan and buying new makeup. I would be willing to bet that more of that money is being spent on keeping up a beauty standard for a day where you want to feel special, whether you have a partner or not, than it is about celebrating a female friendship.
Yeah.
And that's a sad reality, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the case either. Because what her explanation of the statistic is like,
I
it's
think-
women celebrating like Galentine's Day or like,
Yeah.
which could be, but yeah, I bet a lot of that spending is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look cute for my Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I
night.
have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to be completely hairless, and I have to be, you know?
I love Valentine's Day. I always have, just because it was like my
In
mom
school,
always made
it
it
was so
special.
fun,
It was
too,
fun
yeah.
in school. I love making Valentines. I don't do it as much as I used to, but like, it's not like it's fun to celebrate. But I also don't ever. I'm never like, it's never like a big date night for me. Or
Yeah.
like, there's no expectation involved.
Yeah, no. It's
Which-
also one of those days, kind of like Mother's Day, where it's insane to even try to go out.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
where we live. I mean, it may be different in other places, but you don't want to go out. It's so crazy everywhere. Even if you get a reservation, it's like so crowded. And
and even like the flowers are nice, but like the obligatory Valentine's Day flowers where it's like, here, I got you these because I had to.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel that good.
Yeah.
Like, I like the flowers, don't get me wrong, like, but
yeah, I'm the same way in the sense that like I don't expect like a big thing. It doesn't have to be this big milestone every year, but I do feel like, especially in like long-term relationships, it is nice to take any opportunity you can to celebrate each other and celebrate your relationship. So I think it's nice to acknowledge it with something.
Yes,
but it doesn't need to be like a big
I agree. And I guess just say like, if you're going to acknowledge it, do it sincerely.
Yeah.
Don't do it like, here's your Valentine's Day stuff.
Here's your 7-Eleven bouquet. Yeah. I picked up on my way home from work because I forgot until right now.
Like, it doesn't have to be expensive, but like, I don't know, act like you meant it.
Yeah, like a handwritten note is nice.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Are we going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show and Jill?
Oh, yes, we have to.
Okay,
so Super Bowl. Terrible game, but the halftime show was amazing.
Yeah, very good.
Love the Bad Bunny performance. Obviously, the entire nation did, except for two people in particular. Jill Zarin and Megyn Kelly. Okay, so Megyn Kelly went on Piers Morgan's YouTube show.
Of course.
Naturally, because that's the only show she could get on. And she just went off. And I mean, the vitriol in her voice. She was so frantically angry. It was just like absolutely ridiculous and super racist. At one point she was like, not for Latinos.
Oh my
God. Dude, it was bad. It was so bad.
Her and Pam Bondi can kick fucking
rocks. Seriously. And I mean, she really was just like, how dare you do a show in Spanish when people in this country don't even speak a lick of Spanish? Just like, because he's Puerto Rican. And
Puerto Rico's part of the United States.
Because he's Puerto Rican, it's his show. He gets to do it however he wants.
That's right.
You know, and like you can't appreciate another perspective for 5 minutes. It's so obviously white nationalism. It's just disgusting. They try to make it this like patriotic thing where it's like you're clearly so scared that the playing field is being leveled and that this country is evolving to not be predominantly white. And you don't know what to do.
Right.
It's pathetic.
And can I ask a question? Because I don't know the answer to this.
Sure.
And hopefully you do. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't super familiar with his music. I knew who he was because I knew that he was very popular. Mm-hmm. I just don't listen to a lot of new music. Does he sing in English?
No, most of his music is Spanish.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would he?
Right, exactly.
Why would it be in English?
Well, I think the whole thing was he shouldn't have been picked.
Well,
he shouldn't have been the artist, but he is the most popular artist of our time.
It was fantastic.
Right now. It was incredible.
It was fantastic.
It was artistry. I mean, the whole thing, the production was incredible.
It was like a music video.
It was this complete celebration of culture. It was a juggernaut of joy. I mean, it was just the most joyful production. And it was also very thoughtful. Yeah. And it had meaning and a message and a good message.
Yeah.
That love is the only thing that can conquer hate. Like, how could you possibly
have anything bad to say about that or Michelle Obama? I know.
It's just, I know. And now, like, there's a couple, like, Republican congressmen who think an FCC investigation should happen. Those are weirdos.
Yeah.
Like, get a life for real.
Get a life for real. I agree. I thought it was fantastic. Like I said, I couldn't have told you a single song of his. I was like smiling and bopping the whole time.
It's great
I loved it. Also, just a sidebar. If Ricky Martin is not an absolute zaddy at 54, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I saw him and was like, he has to be 55. He has to be. I looked it up, 54. I was like, he looks incredible.
Yeah, he looks 35. Also, I feel like most people didn't recognize him. That's how good he looks. Yeah, the whole show was fantastic. The symbolism. His new album is so musically enjoyable. So much salsa, so much Latin music and horns. I mean, it's an incredible album that is not... because he was a hip hop artist, or still is.
Yeah.
And this one is very much like an embracement of Latin music.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of the show was.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't tell me that like there wasn't, that if you didn't speak Spanish, there was nothing for you to enjoy in this show. You know, it's just so pathetic.
Okay, let's talk about
anyways.
Jill. Let's talk about Jill.
So yeah, Megyn Kelly, horrible response. And then Jill.
What were you thinking?
Why in God's name, if you had that opinion, would you go to Instagram Live with it?
Also, she has been working tirelessly to get back on TV
No.
for like a decade.
Yeah.
She finally does it, and then she blows up her entire spot
Yeah.
in one 30-second video.
I'm glad because you know what?
No, she doesn't need to be back on TV.
She really doesn't. And this is
And honestly, I'm concerned about. Remember, Ramona didn't get to go to BravoCon that one year because of something. What was it?
I can't remember, but
Something that she did and couldn't go to BravoCon, and she's on the show.
well, this is a thing. A problem, a worry I do have with the Housewives is that like if we knew the politics of many of these women, I don't think the show would be as watchable. Because like I think a lot of them probably fall in line with what Jill Zarin.
Oh,
said
for
and
sure.
think.
But I also think there's a big audience of viewers too.
Oh, for
So,
sure. But
Yeah.
I feel like
I think the audience is very split. I think there's a lot of viewers who align more with us, and there's a lot of viewers that align with MAGA.
Oh, absolutely. But did you see the post that Zarin, her company, or her, I guess she's not affiliated with it anymore.
Oh, yes. Yes,
with the
I
big
saw
red
that.
X, her
Yes.
picture with the big red X over it.
I saw that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah, and if you didn't see this, she, similar to Megyn Kelly, she was complaining about it being in Spanish. Shouldn't have been in Spanish. And then she literally said, I didn't see a single white person.
Like, whoa, lady.
Oh my God. And just the
Yikes,
fact
spikes.
that like, and like you said, if that's your opinion, I guess that's your opinion. I guess
Yeah,
that's
like,
your
it's not-
opinion.
I don't agree.
I
with
don't
it
agree with
whatsoever,
it, but
you are.
to think that you can go online and say
Yeah, that like there's
that
not
there's
gonna
not
be,
a single white person.
that there's not going to be social consequences. It is
Wild.
crazy to think that like there are still people out there that like that's a problem for them.
I know.
Like people really feel that way.
I know.
It's messed up. But yeah, I'm glad she got booted. She deserved it.
Who did they put in her spot? Dorinda.
Yeah, which
I'll be really
I feel like
interested.
Dorinda's teetered on that
Dude.
as well.
Well, Ramona definitely has.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting. It's Dorinda, Ramona, Sonia, Luann. Who's the other person?
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly Ben Simone. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's
and
going to
it's
be a hot mess of a show.
and
for
they're all
sure.
in South Florida now. So it's
Wait, they all live in South Florida?
yes, I believe it's called the Golden Lie.
See?
I think they're all in South Florida.
Like for the show, or they all
No,
live
they
there?
live there. I think the show's
Yeah,
going to be in
well,
Florida. I
that's
might be making that up. Let me
Also
fact
MAGA
check
country,
that.
so that would also make
You
sense.
know, because there were rumors that Bethany was going to be on it. She lives down there.
Yeah, I can't believe Ramona's. I figured she would be done forever. Because you know Ramona hasn't. She's still the exact same person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, as they start a new chapter in Palm Beach, Florida. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I feel like they're taking a risk putting all those women on TV together. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's essentially Legacy Roni, which they said they were going to do, but in Florida. It'll be interesting to see how that series unfolds.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to get. There's not going to be many seasons of it. I don't know. Or it could be great and everyone will love it and it'll be complete hot messes and they'll just keep pushing it out because it's
Yeah, who knows?
good television. But
I mean, I'll be watching it.
yeah, I mean,
I'll be watching it. I'm going to be honest. I'll be
yeah,
watching it.
I mean, we have to. With the
Yeah.
pod.
Okay. So that is going to be our segue into our reality check. Okay.
Summer House.
Summer
man.
House. Amanda hates Kyle.
Real bad.
It's
Yeah.
so obvious.
And he's, God, being married to him must be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
He's just such a little baby.
Yeah.
And it's just so obvious that, like, I don't know. Who knows what goes on
It's a
behind
two-way
closed doors in
street.
a relationship. Like, I'm sure. Not saying his feelings aren't valid.
Right.
He just seems like he's acting very petulant about his problems.
Yes, I agree. And also him trying to defend his DJ career, saying this is what's paying the bills.
get out of town.
If that's true, Kyle, then your business has failed.
Yeah.
Move on and do something different, because you've been blaming problems in your relationship and things that have gone wrong in other aspects of your personal life on the fact that you work so hard in this business so that you can build this empire for your eventual future family. But you've been doing it for a decade. And if you just had to dump $500,000 into it and you're trying to defend your DJing career saying it's because you had to do that, you have failed. I'm sorry. The business is a failure. Move on.
Yeah. And that just seemed like a really weak excuse to me. And it also kind of felt like, it almost felt like he was revealing something he hadn't revealed to Amanda. That like, she doesn't know this, but I started this DJ career not because I wanted to be a DJ, but because I needed to pay the bills. Which it made it sound like she was so oblivious to their situation that she couldn't realize that or see the writing on the wall. Which that is manipulation. Because if that's the case, that should have been a serious conversation that both of you had.
Right. And it should have been a decision that you make together about what new venture is going to put food on the table.
Yeah. So now you're posing that as if she is just like, you know, like she's not in on that information. Like she's the one like, oh, well, she's not contributing enough. Yeah. Because otherwise I wouldn't have to go out and do this.
Yeah. It's literally been 10 years of him complaining about her not being supportive of how hard he works.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then the whole, like, she smokes weed every night. I just was like, get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
She sits at home and smokes weed while you go out and spend the night at Fan's house.
Right.
Hammered, drunk, DJing. Like, I'm sorry, no. And she made a good point, too, where it's like, I know people whose husbands DJ. They DJ and they come home.
Right.
They're not out getting hammered
exactly.
at all hours of the night.
Exactly.
Like, it's not a job. This is a lifestyle for you.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Also,
sorry, we're not buying it, Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle. Congratulations, Amanda. I hope you're happier than ever.
Yeah.
And Kyle's a fine person. He's not like an inherently bad person.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked Kyle.
Yeah,
but I
think
he's
he's got some growing up to do.
Also, maybe you just like don't need to be in a marriage.
I don't think
you know, like this is probably for the best for both of you.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. If this is the lifestyle that you want, it's not conducive to having a family.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Yeah, and you got to quit lying to yourself and to your partner that like.
Yeah.
You know, things would just be better if you, like, I don't know, accepted my DJing lifestyle more.
Or cleaned the apartment.
Yeah.
That whole thing, too.
Yeah.
About how she's a slob.
I know.
Oh,
like,
well.
I mean, what do you, you married her like you didn't know she was a slob beforehand?
Right.
Like, that's the worst thing in the relationship, that she doesn't pick up after herself? Like, okay.
Good Lord.
Hire a house cleaner then.
Right. Well, they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, also, Carl saying that he thought about moving to Charleston. Can you imagine Carl with the core 4?
Oh my God.
He'd have never stayed sober.
Oh, it would have been an absolute nightmare for him.
Disaster. I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Southern Charm. So we saw Craig say that about Charlie at the dinner. So I think that's kind of funny. Obviously, Shep ran and told a bunch of people Shep can't keep his mouth shut to save his life.
Craig is such a gaslighter. It is hysterical.
God.
It is just the paradox that all of these people who have been on reality television for so long don't realize they're being filmed. And I mean, maybe when you're in it, you're so in it
that
you
said
forget,
it.
But it's like, guys,
we have it on film. I know.
We're gonna all see it. Like, you can't lie. How are you still lying?
Now, definitely Sally was giddy and chomping at the bit to tell Charlie.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah. I'm not saying that, she doesn't have a little bit of culpability there, but we literally saw you say it at the dinner, Craig.
Yeah. And the same thing with Vanita, too. I was like, if you run around and gossip to people, like, it's going to come back to you.
Yeah, I know. You would think that they would, because I feel like they have gotten to a point of at least enough awareness with the show that they do know sometimes when they need to say something to somebody because it's been brought up on camera.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I
like,
guess
I gotta retract this a little bit and make sure I'm. Yeah.
And making sure that I'm telling them because they're going to see it later.
Yeah.
But they must just forget certain things or think that they can. I don't know.
Yeah. The boys are really bad about it, though.
Oh, my God. They are more gossipy.
I know. The three of them.
You cannot tell Shep anything.
No, you really can't. And then he's just like so oblivious to it.
Oh, my God. He can't believe when he's been caught, too. He's just like,
what?
And they'll be like, I did.
You did say that.
I did.
But what's wrong with that?
I know. Oh, man. Mother is inside. Have you been seeing all of this stuff?
Oh, my gosh.
Hilarious.
The mother thing, I was like, just when you thought Whit might be kind of attractive.
Yeah.
I was like, I would never date a guy who refers to his mother as mother.
Yeah, no.
It's almost in like first person or third person.
And I guess it probably is a Southern thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's like a cultural context where it would not be weird, but it definitely gave weird vibes when he said it. It was giving Norman Bates.
Yeah, and it was also giving what's his face, old vice president was from Columbus.
Oh, Mike Pence.
Mike Pence calls his wife mother. Yeah,
that's even worse than calling your mother.
I know.
Yikes.
Really gross. But yeah, so that was very strange. That farmhouse was amazing though. I was like, damn, I want to go there.
It was. Yeah. Well, probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen. Okay. Beverly Hills.
Yes. The Dorit and Mauricio conversation. Lord. I don't know what Dorit thought was going to happen.
What did she think was going to happen?
I don't know. I think she really thought that
Mauricio was going to side with her.
Yeah. Or that like, I think she thinks that she's just like that convincing, or I don't think Dorit realizes people don't like her. I think that's the problem, is that like people just don't like Dorit, and now, you know, they're split up, and it's like it really is like you have to pick sides. I feel like
I know.
They're like, I'd rather be friends with PK than you. That's the sad truth, I think.
I know. I don't know what she thought was going to come of that conversation. I think there's no way for Mauricio to be unbiased. There's just no way. And also, one thing I found really interesting was, I can't remember if she was saying this to Mauricio or if she was saying this in her confessional, like talking about the lunch and everything. But she was talking about how PK just became so obsessed with like his public image and like his reputation, which I almost feel like that's what she did.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on a previous episode a long time ago, I think maybe even when last season was airing, but just about how materialistic she can come off, and how it was obsessed. that Pretty Woman dinner where she was like so upset about the fact that she had to choose from a preset that, you know, and just like, you don't realize how much work goes into all of this, and like she couldn't even enjoy. I mean, now it was a ridiculous situation,
it was weird, but
to not even be able to enjoy it because you're so. And so it was interesting to hear her say that about him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they're both more similar than they like to admit.
Right. I think so. Probably.
And I'm sure there was, because she said something about like how he made remarks like, I'm not King Tut, I'm not going to walk behind you with the dog.
Yes.
Where it's like, I'm sure there was a little bit of competition between them, where it's like she's becoming more well known.
Yes.
And all this
I think that's a very common tale.
And I'm sure he was uncomfortable with it and felt like he wasn't getting his flowers for being like the one with the businesses or whatever.
Right.
So
and it sounds like he's been through a lot of ups and downs too in his career.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to tell. Again, we'll probably never know the truth. It's probably one of those cases that like both are true because the truth is personal to you.
Right.
Like, who's lying? Did PK really send her all this stuff?
I know.
And she's just not seeing it? Is she getting it and just saying she's not getting it?
Right.
Because that was a whole conversation about like he's tried to reach out to you.
And I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah.
It's like, and she's like, he's making
it. She said he's like taking certain things out of context. Which could be true, but it's also probably, like you said, like a situation where they probably are having this back and forth and they're both just perceiving it completely differently. Yeah.
But then if you get down to like, I sent you a spreadsheet with things and you're saying
Right.
I never got that, it's like, but
Who knows?
That's one of those things in relationships where it's just like, it's almost pointless to speculate because like we're never going to know.
You're never going to know. Yeah. Exactly.
And also, if I was Mauricio, I would just be like, I want nothing of this.
No, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, like
I was surprised he even agreed to the lunch.
Same.
I don't know if he just did it as a favor to Kyle.
Yeah.
Not that I feel like Kyle expected it of him.
No, or maybe, Mauricio is a good guy, I think, deep down.
Yeah.
So maybe he really thought like,
he could help.
I'll hear you out to make sure it seems like I'm not just picking sides. Like, let me hear your side of the story. Although he did go into it very much like, I'm not believing you right off the bat.
Yeah.
He's seen their conversations.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised at all if PK was like, yes, please go meet her and say on camera that I'm doing these things too. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted a mouthpiece in that situation to have filmed, I'm doing all these things.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I've always thought PK was super skeezy. He never really
kind of comes off that way.
He never really came off to me as like a altruistic, salt of the earth kind of guy.
Yeah,
it kind of seems like he spins things to his advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't have any proof of that other than like the impression I get from just seeing him on the show.
Right.
But like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case and it gets messy, even messier from here.
It's already messy. It's definitely gonna be a long messy one, I would say, for sure. Okay, can we talk about Amanda?
Oh yeah,
the manifestation lunch.
The doormat.
Oh my god,
get over yourself.
Not Sutton being the voice of reason.
I know, who would have thought?
I mean, spot on, exactly. And Bo's just sitting there like, yes, girl,
I mean, she's just kind of the definition of like what their generation would call a snowflake. They're like, don't call me a wimp in my own house. It's just like, girl, okay. But
she is such a try-hard to like, I feel like she had the intention of coming on this show and just proving that she's above everyone. And she's above all the drama, and I'm going to come in here and show these women how to act.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're on the wrong show. This isn't that.
She's on another planet altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, she lives in Delulu land. I mean, she really does. She's created this world for herself that is not reality.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It is very strange. It's definitely giving Ponzi scheme. I don't know how she's made this a success.
Yeah.
I would be very interested to know what exactly the situation is, which again is something we'll probably never really know. But, have you heard the rumors that she left the show?
Yeah.
Is that real?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've seen it a couple times that like, she's not filming anymore and quit. You would think that would have come out in filming if she quit and not like, because if she did stop filming, we haven't gotten to that in the episodes yet.
Right.
She's
no,
still
we
very
haven't.
much in the show. So.
Yeah, it's fake.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see stuff like that, and I usually Google it. Like, all you have to do is Google it, literally, people, and it'll tell you. So, yes, no, that is not true. Okay. Interesting.
I wouldn't have been surprised, though, if she
No,
had.
I wouldn't either, because it's not going well for her.
No, and
it's almost giving Katie a little bit, where it's just like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where it was like, you're just digging holes.
And I really thought she was going to be more of like more of a competitor.
Yeah.
The whole like, because, she seems to be so confident in what she does.
Right.
And very much believes that she is right. I'm surprised she's not more confrontational about things.
I really do feel like she just thinks that like, I'm going to show these women the proper way to act.
Yeah, she feels more evolved than everyone there, I think.
Yeah, she thinks that.
She thinks like I'm on a higher intellectual level than all these people because I know.
Yes, and a higher like emotional intelligence or something. And it's like, bitch, you're on the wrong show. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, come on.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to get pretty bad between Dorit and Kyle.
I know. I go back and forth about, because I know you had said at one point you thought maybe they just were never really that good of friends. I struggle with that. I really do think they were for a while. And yeah, it's just, It's sad to me. I was hoping that they would come back around. I definitely am getting the vibe that, like you said, like Kyle just doesn't like her now. And yeah, I don't know. Because that's the feeling I get. But then sometimes she'll say something like in a confessional or something. It seems like she does want to like repair things and move forward. But
well, maybe
I don't
they're
know.
just different people than they were. I mean, that happens in friendships.
Sure. Yeah.
Especially like we were just talking about. Are at a different level of fandom.
Yeah.
They seem to have handled it much differently than each other.
Yeah.
And maybe the people they were when they were truly friends before, they are not those people anymore.
No. And they're
like,
both going through really hard, you know, with their separation, divorces. That, I mean, that's heavy stuff. And
yeah,
who knows?
And they're having very different experiences through it. And I think that seems to be a big point of contention too, is that like Dorit expects this type of compassion that she's not getting from Kyle because Kyle isn't experiencing divorce the same way she is.
Exactly.
And that could be hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could be hard.
And I'm sure there's a part of both of them, you know, I'm sure there's a part of Dorit that is a little bit jealous of that. Yeah. You know, and then I'm sure there's a part of Kyle that's a little bit afraid that hers could turn into that.
Yeah, and I also think there's a little bit of from Dorit and the rest of the women that Kyle is also a little delusional,
a little naive about the situation.
She's not filing because she's holding on to hope that maybe a resolution will happen.
Yeah,
which I don't feel like is totally off base.
No, I don't think it's off base. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And that maybe she's slowly coming to terms with that.
Right. And it's like, as long as they're living in this limbo of separated but not filed, they don't have to address any of those issues.
Yeah.
Once the filing happens and they start to have to address the division of the assets and all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's where shit gets real.
It could hit the fan.
Yeah.
You never know.
Also, their kids are grown for the most part.
Yes.
That's that makes it really hard.
Yeah.
Way
much different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For sure. Yeah, I hope that they can, I hope Dorit and PK can figure out something, but yeah, who knows? Speaking of separations, did you see Bronwyn's got a hot new man?
Yes. And
that didn't take long.
Hot is an underestimation. He is fine as hell.
Good for her.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Didn't take long.
Also, it's just like, yeah, you love Todd, sure, but like come on now.
I super adore Todd.
Yeah.
There was I can't remember, I don't know if I said it on the pod, but at one point in one of the episodes, it was after like she had that conversation with Whitney and like all the stuff had come out. She said something to somebody and she was like, "Oh, that's fine. I super adore Todd. There's no drama in my house." And she just kind of like okay, Bronwyn.
Sure.
Man.
Oh,
Super
Lord.
adore.
Super adore him.
Super adore. Yeah, I doubt. Well, this guy might be eating her cherry, but it's a different cherry. Okay, moving on.
She likes it.
Yeah,
she's letting him
it
steal
depends
the cherry.
who's eating it, right?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have to cut that out. Too vulgar. Sorry, guys. Okay, millennial slang.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, we're getting in the weeds with millennial slang today.
Yeah, it's just a fun.
It's just a fun.
Just a fun time.
Just a fun time.
We got a little dark in the intro,
we need to
so
lighten it up a little bit. Let's lighten it up. Okay, so I didn't do like a ton of research on the origin of a lot of these. Some of them I looked it up, but anyway. Okay, do we just want to go back and forth? How do we want to like?
So I kind of split my list into what's the millennial slang that like I still use.
Okay.
Sometimes that I feel like is still acceptable.
Okay.
And then the millennial slang that I'm like, yeah, you're old if you say that. Like nobody's saying bye Felicia anymore.
No.
You know, and if you say bye Felicia, everybody's like,
well, what was I just watching where somebody said bye Felicia?
I mean, people still do say it.
The Valley Persian style.
Yeah.
Gigi said it.
Yeah, people are still saying it, but when you do, it's just like, okay, that's kind of 2000 and late.
Okay, perfect. Nobody's saying 2000 and late either.
Exactly. That was the point.
Okay, so let's start with ones that we still say.
Okay, I still say basic. That's so basic.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure. Okay, I still say, I I mean, I still say da bomb sometimes.
Yeah, but that's like Gen X, I feel like.
It came up millennial when I researched it. Yeah. There were a handful that I felt like were kind of crossover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there were some that were like crossover where I was surprised. I thought that was Gen Z, but they were giving us credit, at least online.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the thing about slang is that like a lot of them cross over.
For sure. One thing that we need to preface this entire Weeds topic with is that first and foremost, millennials basically came up with every texting acronym as you know it today, and that we were doing that in AOL chat rooms and on T9 phones. So credit where credit's due, respect. All right. Age, sex, location.
ASL. Okay, so also I think it's important to note what the millennial age range is.
Oh yes,
which is between 1981 and 1996, which I think is like most people I think don't consider the 80s millennial. A lot of them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I think
the
that
generations
age range,
are all 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like when people say millennial, like people don't consider, because I'm at the tail end of it. Well, I guess not really. I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
But like
we're
think
older.
we feel
we're
like
older millennials.
Older millennials, but really to 96, that's quite a few years. We're kind of smack dab in the middle.
Kind of. We're closer to the beginning.
Yeah, I guess I like if somebody born in 96, I wouldn't necessarily consider.
Yeah, that's my brother. My brother is the youngest millennial. He was born in 1996. And so the oldest millennials are like 44.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think those get
and I'm 39. So we're closer to the older millennials. Which is why, some of that crossover stuff with Gen X maybe things that we said as millennials, but like my brother has probably never said thebomb.com.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends.
Thebomb.com?
Yeah. So,
that's the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? I still say like low key, high key.
Low key, yeah. I don't think I say high key really.
I say shook still a lot.
Yeah. I say chillin'.
Oh, yeah.
I say big whoop. I do.
Big whoop.
I still say busted. When I saw that one and then it gave like the explanation of what it means, it said like, oh, if somebody's like caught doing something, you say busted, which I guess I never really thought of that as slang.
Yeah, when I say busted as slang, it's more like talking about a person. Like, oh, that person's busted.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say is like, I remember like, the boys saying that about girls they thought were ugly.
Right, yeah. And like, when somebody's caught, that's the definition of the word busted.
That's what I thought.
But when it's slang, it's when you take it and you use that kind of definition in like a different way. That's when I think it becomes slang.
I know, but when you think about the actual definition of the word, is that it?
Well, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like,
so maybe that is a slang form of it.
Yeah.
I always thought of the slang version as an ugly person.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the actual definition of bust is break, split, or burst something.
Right.
But then 2, raid or search premises where illegal activity is suspected.
Right.
House got
comes
busted.
from like police culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so, like, I guess that is, and then when you use it like to describe a person or something.
Yeah, but I also use it to, you'll use it to describe sometimes an inanimate thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, that dresser's busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still use that.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, you go.
Let's see. I still use savage.
Yeah.
That's savage.
See, that one I would have contributed more to Gen Z.
Yeah, that's one that I saw kind of on both lists. When
And
I was looking at
Slay is another one that they credited us for.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was more Gen Z, so.
Yeah, and like ones I don't use anymore, like Bay. I never say my Bay. That's a little totes.
I feel like Bay had a moment and then.
Yeah, it died pretty quick.
Yeah, that was more of a fad slang. I still say lit.
Yeah, that's lit. I still say that.
And I would have thought that was more Gen X.
Yeah. Lit, like bet, sus, all those. I never said a lot, but at times, and those feel like more Gen Z to me.
That might be all on my list that I still say.
Thirsty. I say thirsty sometimes.
Yeah. Again, I feel like that was a
thirsty.
later one.
Yeah.
I don't remember like saying that one as like a young person. I feel like that one came a little later. Towards the end.
I guess like the slang I'm thinking of are like my 20s, 30s slang.
Yeah.
Because like I don't really remember using slang as a teenager that much.
Oh, I have ones from when, like, as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So should we move on to ones that we don't say,
Sure.
but we did as children or like adolescents?
Sure.
Okay. So talk to the hand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We did that.
Whatever.
We called people fart knockers all the time. That's from Beavis and Butthead and Butt Munch.
Fart knocker, butt munch. Yeah.
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 Definitely don't say those anymore. Home skillet.
Yeah.
was
Any
a
kind
thing.
of like home skillet, homeboy. Yeah. Home skillet's very uncool, I feel like.
Yeah. Nobody's saying that anymore. Then ones that were ingrained into like the child culture. Remember, say what?
Say what? Yeah.
And that was Keenan and Kel that popularized that. And
I remember saying doy.
doy.
A lot.
No duh.
Yeah. No duh.
No duh. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
So dumb.
What's the dealio?
What's the deal? What's the deal? That was in the song, right?
Yeah, probably.
Hi, sweetie.
Okay, so adding ness to the end of anything. Coolness, awesomeness,
yeah.
grossness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slangs you picked were much, like childhood slang. I didn't really think about it like that.
One that was, I feel like, very popular across the board and like stayed popular and might be bordering on cultural appropriation is aight.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Well, I feel like I did have this kind of realization too, looking through this slang, is like how much millennial slang was based on Black culture. I feel like came from Black culture.
Yeah, a lot.
And how
I
much
think.
Gen Z slang comes from like queer culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of Black queer culture, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
like a lot of there's like what? Like mother and ate and drag somebody. That's all like queer based kind of slang. It's just interesting how that like evolves over the generations.
It is. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like some of our millennial slang was just like probably shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
Like ratchet, like
See,
like
I
ratchet's
feel
very coded.
I also feel like that was a later one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's still millennial though. Ratchet and like what else? Bye Felicia, obviously.
Yes,
And,
yes.
On Fleek.
Yes. Yeah. Another one I had that we said as kids. Oh, the 411.
Oh yeah.
That was big for a
What's
while.
the down low?
What's the 411?
Yeah.
And psych after everything.
Yeah. It's like gotcha.
Booyah.
Oh, booyah was big.
Yeah.
Booyah. I still say booyah sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you do. Yeah.
Sometimes. No, I mean, and so do I.
Yeah.
And then of course we had the more like contextual movie ones like Cowabunga, Bangarang, which
Bangarang. I don't remember that one.
Bangarang Rufio?
No. Bangarang Rufio. Like Rufio the character?
Yes, that's what all the Lost Boys say. Bangarang.
Oh yeah, I guess I
You don't remember
that.
from Hook?
I don't remember them saying Bangarang.
Oh, you
I don't
don't?
remember people saying Bangarang outside
Oh,
of
you
that
don't?
movie. No.
I mean, maybe my friends and I were a little more losery. I don't know. Yeah, so like all of the versions of chillin' like a villain, chillaxin'. Yeah. And then of course we had the Waza.
Oh God. And this wasn't really slang, but remember Bud? Why Zer? I feel like everyone said that
Because of the frog commercial. Yeah, that was a big one.
Oh yeah. Waza.
Okay. Showing.
For Wayne's World, yeah.
Of course, Da Bomb was Crisscross. That was the name of the song, Da Bomb. All that in a bag of chips.
Yeah. No diggity.
No diggity. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Raise the roof. We were raising the roof always.
Raising the roof like crazy.
I think that's pretty much my list. Yeah, mine were a lot of like really nostalgic ones from my childhood, but
no, that was a good list. That was pretty comprehensive between the two of us. I feel like. Yeah.
And it's funny because like a lot of those ones from when we were kids, I mean, it is so ridiculous, the things that kids say. And now that my child is in school and like hearing the things that get popular, and it's just a lot of it now is like social media culture, YouTube, like all of this stuff. Whereas, a lot of ours did come from like songs and movies, and now so much of it comes from internet culture,
right?
And makes even less sense.
Yeah, because you really have to like,
it's
almost like it's like a fleeting moment too.
Yeah,
right? It's like situational for that moment. If you're not privy to it, like there's no going back, and you can't go listen to the song and be like,
exactly, and you may never find the moment that it came from.
Yeah.
Like 20 years from now, are we ever gonna know or be able to remember what 6-7 was all about?
Yeah.
Who knows? Probably not.
And you can't. People don't even know how to explain it now.
No.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, you guys. Yeah.
But is it? I don't know. It's kind of cool if like you are a kid and you kind of know how to say it. And like, are we just old now? Like, are our parents saying that about the slang we use? And
probably.
now we're just like, 6-7 is so dumb. But it's like, I don't know. It's probably not to those kids. You know?
No, it's definitely not dumb to them. They think it's very cool.
Yeah.
I guess one of the Olympians did it.
Oh, nice.
6-7.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But even now, that's the thing too, is I feel like slang stuck around for a lot longer. 6-7 is done.
No, it's not.
But I feel like I've heard that from a lot of people. Like, oh, 6-7's over already. It was like such a fleeting thing.
It peaked, I think.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
Yeah.
They're still saying it. But yeah, I think things they start and peak and end much more quickly now than they did, because it's the internet. Because we didn't have the internet, so we had,
so much more.
It took more time for it to make the rounds.
Yeah.
Like it was word of mouth.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, kind of. So, yeah, it is interesting. I was also trying to think of some like Gen Z slang that's like a little newer that I heard, you'll hear something and I'm like, what? Well, and that was one. Oh, that eats. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That one took me. It took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay. Got it.
She ate, left no crumbs.
Like, what? So I was trying to think of some of those that I was like, wait, I haven't heard this yet. This is news to me.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can come up with. Well, what's some Gen Z slang that we say now? Like, it's giving.
It's giving, yeah. Simp, mid. That's so mid.
Mid, yeah.
Sus, I say sus.
Yeah, I don't really say that one, or simp.
No cap, Riz. I don't really say those.
No, I don't say
I
those.
know what they mean.
I'm trying to think of ones that I say.
Bible.
Definitely it's giving. We say that. Oh, not me. Not me doing this.
Yeah.
Not me doing that.
Yeah.
Another one that they contributed to millennials that everybody hates is, there's two of them. Adulting.
Yeah.
And I did a thing. Apparently Gen Z finds those very cringy.
Yeah.
And if you say those, you're a loser.
Loser.
I feel like those are the two that I use the most that are.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I'd say it's giving a lot, yeah.
What about slaps? Something slaps or smacks? What generation is that?
That's a good question. I still say it slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one that I feel like will just always kind of be cool.
Yeah, maybe. Or like calling a song a banger.
Yeah.
How long have we been doing that?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of tail end of millennial.
Yeah.
You know?
Early Gen Z. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Trip down memory lane.
That was a good one. Let us know if we missed any, or I feel like we definitely did. I mean, there was a lot, and there was a lot that I didn't. There was some on my list I didn't even say, like eat my shorts. That was Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a classic.
That is a classic. Yeah. Write in if you have any that need honorable mentions.
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know. Okay.
All right, should we gripe and gripe?
Yep.
My gripe goes out to music getting louder during movies or TV shows. Like, why? We're watching it at a normal level, then all of a sudden a song comes on and it's blaring. I just don't understand. It annoys me because I don't know why.
Right.
Like, is it a editing thing, or it just happens naturally, or are they doing it purposely for some reason?
It has to be on purpose,
because,
right?
like, I feel like it, but, like, what's the point?
I don't know.
Why? For what reason?
The vibes?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
I know. I really, really hate it with kids' movies.
Yeah.
Because especially if I put a movie on for my kids in their room, I put it at an appropriate level for them to listen to. I'll be doing stuff in the house and I can't hear it until a song comes on, and then it's like, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I know.
Too much.
Yeah. Yeah. They really got to figure out the lighting and the sound.
I know, guys.
You would think.
Get together.
Okay. My gripe goes out to when you're in bed and you're like turning over and your pajama pants are getting twisted and your tops. I hate that.
Yeah.
And you got to like readjust it and fix it. And it's like, come on.
I know. I like hardly sleep in pajamas anymore for that reason. I can't do pants of any kind.
I know.
Pajama pants of any kind anymore for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why we can't come up with a design that just stays. Now, leggings will stay for the most part. But for some reason, I don't really like sleeping in leggings.
No, they're too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I don't like a waistband at all when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. I like a pajama situation. I always have. But yeah, that's definitely annoying.
Cool. My grape goes out.
Cool.
It was cool. My grape goes out to that first car wash after the winter. I just got my
after
car.
the whole winter.
I mean, kind of.
Yes.
I mean, really, for the last couple months, I haven't gotten my car washed because it's been like the tundra.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the point? So, you wait for that last snow, or what you think is the last snow to melt. And so I was like, yes, I'm finally going to get my car washed.
So dirty.
It's so dirty, and then it's so clean. It's the freaking best.
Yeah. I mean, there's really just nothing better than a clean car, too, inside and out. I mean, it's the best. Okay, mine's kind of niche, but stay with me.
Okay.
When it's really, really cold outside and you go to wash your hands and the water's hot and you're washing your hands, and it's just like that sensation of the hot water, and you just stand there and imagine submerging your entire body into the warm water.
I don't know if I have, but I'm going to now.
Yeah.
It does sound nice.
And the reason I did this one, because I was like, this one might be too niche. Maybe I'm the only person doing this. But I remember saying this exact thing when I worked at the bank to my good friend who worked there with me. And I was like, is this just me, or do you ever do this? She was like, no, I do that. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I was like, all right. I was like, well, maybe other people are having this 10-second reprieve of like, just imagining your whole body submerging into the hot water.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I take much longer showers in the winter for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm just like, God, the hot water feels so good.
Yeah. Well, next time you wash your hands, have that little fantasy.
Take a little hot shower.
Yeah, and let me know how it goes for you.
I will.
All right.
Awesome. Good show.
All right. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.